So, estamos en fila. This is, I have here, I can't believe I'm saying this. This is my hero right here. I have Lloyd Kaufman with me, his beautiful wife, Patricia Swinney. That's your, Patricia Kaufman Swinney, who is the film commissioner of New York, of the state of New York. And I have the Toxic Avenger, whom we interviewed earlier. Guys, how do you like Puerto Rico so far?
We love it, and my wife loves it, and that makes me happy. And the Toxic Avenger, this is his favorite place. It's amazing. Toxie's the first time coming, right, Toxie? And he loves Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rico Horror Film Festival. The women love him here.
Cool. How about you, Pat?
It's beautiful here, and it's great fun. I like the warm, hot weather, and the films have been great, and everyone here is great, so it's great fun.
Thank you. Will you ever consider making a movie here in Puerto Rico?
We would love to make a movie in Puerto Rico. It would be a dream come true. It would be great, historic, and all sorts of wonderful young talent. And Toxie loves Puerto Rico. You like the men too, I think, not just the ladies.
So, in your book, you expressed dislikement with the movie Forrest Gump. Would you like to shout out some of your favorite movies?
Well, certainly the Puerto Rico Horror Film Festival has my favorite movies every year for 10 years. Every movie in the Puerto Rico Horror Film Festival is my all-time favorite movie.
Great.
And then there are some other movies like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton and John Ford, John Chevrolet, and John Cadillac too, and of course Howard Hawks and Jean Renoir and Stan Brakhage. You young people should watch the experimental films of Stan Brakhage, the greatest visual artist of my lifetime. He's dead now. I didn't kill him. I had nothing to do with it. But Stan Brakhage is in Cannibal the Musical. Made by Trey Parker and Matt Stone, a trauma movie. And Stan Brakhage was one of their professors at the university. He was the only one who gave them some encouragement when they were making their crazy Cannibal the Musical before South Park.
Yeah, they created South Park, and they also created a Book of Mormon, another musical. And they were rumored to be on Poltergeist, right?
Yes, they were going to make the Book of Poltergeist musical, but instead Troma made Poltergeist. And my beautiful wife was the film commissioner, helping us to find beautiful spots in upstate New York.
For Poltergeist?
For Poltergeist, yes.
The abandoned McDonald's and the church.
Well, and many other places too. It was a wonderful experience. But we want to come and do Poltergeist Part 2. We should do it here, Puerto Geist, and you can maybe help us organize it.
Oh, for sure. Just let us know. Pat, would you like to say some of your favorite movies?
Oh, all the trauma films.
Excellent. Is there any particular trauma film that you consider your absolute favorite?
Oh, Toxic Avenger, which we're going to see tonight here. Absolutely.
Face the camera there. Yeah.
What how do you feel about that? Good. I wanted to ask you.
Translate. Toxie was trying to say, look that way. Toxie was trying to say in his language that Lloyd Kaufman is his very favorite director. Right, Toxie?
He's one of mine too. So this is amazing. So you're good friends with James.
Lloyd Kaufman has a huge ego. Anyway, go on.
You deserve to. You're entitled to your great ego. You truly are.
It's called hubris. Hubris. Very bad. You shouldn't have hubris.
Let me ask you this. You're of course James Gunn started out with you, right?
Who?
James Gunn. He wrote Romeo and Juliet with you.
James Gunn wrote Romeo and Juliet and saved the day with that one. And I don't know what happened to him after that, but what's he doing now?
He's doing Guardians of the Galaxy with you. Show up in the first one. I was wondering if you were gonna have another cameo in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Well, I don't want to be a spoiler, but I'm not in Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2, Volume 2, because James said I was killed in Volume 1, therefore I cannot survive in Volume 2.
Well, that sucks because I wanted Marvel to do a standalone movie of your character. at some point in their universe.
Yes,
And-
that's an excellent idea.
I think so too. I think he's like my favorite character. Roberto.
Isn't Antonio a nice guy? What a great
Yeah.
guy. This is the best interview I've ever had, right?
I'm asking. Roberto is a co-host with me, and so is Giselle. So I wonder if they want to ask
Very
something.
Nice to meet you, Roberto.
Again,
This is
remember
my
I was the
wife,
one who wrote Toxie?
Yes.
Yeah, I was Rockin' Roberts.
He
Yes.
was the screenwriter. This man wrote The Toxic Avenger and Forrest Gump. It's amazing.
Giselle is also a co-host with us. I'm not sure if you at least want to come in.
I was actually thinking the one thing I wanted to,
You were the amazing photographer.
the one thing I
Please.
have you ever dreamt about any of your have you ever dreamt of any of your movies? I mean,
What?
have you ever dreamt of any of your movies? There's so much bizarrities and wackiness that happens at the movies. Have you ever dreamed of something? I mean, poltergeist chasing you, or just Toxie, having dinner with Toxie, something as bizarre as that comes from a dream or something.
I did have a dream that I tried for many years to put in films. When we were making Sergeant Kabuki Man, I had a dream that a snake, is it okay if I talk about it? A snake went up my behind and came out of my mouth. And I wanted to put that in Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD, but the commissioner and my partner Michael Hers and everybody on the set said no. This was 1993. But in Poultrygeist Night of the Chicken Dead, at the very beginning, a zombie takes his hand, and it's not a snake, but that was produced by a dream. And maybe, if the commissioner approves, our next film may be Shakespeare again, The Tempest. This is actually of exclusive, first time. And The Tempest is full of dreams and dreams.
Yeah, dreams.
Well, you heard it here first, and I am so excited. I really can't wait for the next Trauma movie. Pat, is there any movies that you want to mention that you are responsible for? You're the executive commissioner of the state of New York. You're probably responsible for so many movies. Are there any you like to say, to talk about, or if you want to talk a little bit about what you do as film commissioner?
Well, first of all, let me just say that about a year ago I retired, so I have finished my time. I did it for 20 years, so I think what's most important about the time that I was the commissioner is that I actually helped to write the legislation that created the big film incentive in New York. It started in 2004. And that's when film and television really took off in New York. So all these massive film and television shows that have come to New York since 2004 came because of this big incentive. And you, by the way, a while back, also got a great incentive here in Puerto Rico. Very, very aggressive incentive, and you've had some very good success.
We have actually seen the production of big budget movies coming to Puerto Rico in the last couple of years. So I was going
By
to
the
ask
way,
you.
don't mean to interrupt, but the commissioner did such a good job. She was appointed by both the Republican governor and the Democratic governors. And she brought billions of dollars of jobs to New York, and they have built new studios all over the area, not just in New York City, but in the north and the west.
All
It's
throughout
very,
the
it's all because of she was the first incentive.
Amazing. You guys are great.
What was your question?
Well, my question basically would be, since, of course, through your movies you have inspired so many people, and even though, of course, you have a very certain, yeah, you do have a very
That's
certain,
very frightening.
not about doing what you do in movies, but actually about doing movies, their own movies, and their own visions. And what would be the first thing that you would say to somebody that would come to you and say, well, I'm producing my first movie, I'm going to do my first movie? What would you tell me?
Oh, very good question. I would say have plenty of preparation, right? Lots of time in preparation, and then and that will let you decide if you want to get a big mansion in Hollywood and hookers and all that, or do you want to make art and be an auteur? So you have to make that decision, I think. I think that's step number one. And then step number two, no matter what you do, I think it is an art. And as Shakespeare said, to thine own self be true. Do what you believe in. Do what is in your heart and your soul and your asshole, too. That's the way I do. That's my main element.
Guys, I want to thank you so much for your time and for being here in Puerto Rico. So thank you so much for your time, and keep doing what you're doing, because you guys are amazing, really.
Well, one thing is that we wouldn't be here without our fans, and our fans who are very smart. And they are watching what's going on in the world, and they look at the internet and they realize that we have to keep the free, open, and diverse net neutrality going. We can't let people control the internet. And it is very important for our fans to know that we have a channel on YouTube, Trauma Movies on YouTube, to thank our fans. There are 300 movies and how to make your own damn video, educational videos, and makeup, everything is there. How we raise the money, how we do it all, and about 300 movies to thank our fans for 40 years of trauma. And thank you for
documentaries.
Yes,
The
you're right.
documentaries
On the trauma movies on YouTube. So if you subscribe, you can get the alerts every day we put up new things. So tell everybody thank you from Trauma, and thank you to our fans, and enjoy many, many, many Trauma movies for free on Trauma Movies on YouTube.
Yeah, and Instagram. Find Trauma on Instagram and many other social networks. Thank you so much for being here. Can I have
well, actually, Trauma's not on Instagram, but I am. So you can go to the Instagram of a 70-year-old man. It's really hot.
So thank you, guys. Can I have a hug?
Yeah, of course. Thanks. Toxie wants a hug. Oh, oops, I'm sorry.
How about you?
Thank you, Pat. Thank you so much, guys. Guys, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you for this.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, thank you.
And a piece of jacket, of course. Very, very.
Thanks.